from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time we've got something a little bit special. It's a bottle of beer from BrewDog called Eyed King Imp at 11.8% ABV. This is one of the prototype brews of their imperial stout, Cocoa Psycho, which has got cacao nibs and coffee. So a very small early batch of that beer, and they ended up putting it in whiskey barrels. I don't know which particular whiskey barrels they use. It doesn't say anywhere, it doesn't say on the website or anything. Anyway, let's get cracked open. I'm a big fan of Cocoa Psycho. Actually, I had an half for this afternoon. Probably saw this barrel when I went up and brewed Dead Metaphor up at Fraserburgh, because they had loads of barrels of loads of whiskey and wine barrels and bourbon barrels and all sorts. It's probably there with some, like, a chalk mark on the side of it. Not really kind of saying what it was. I smell the whiskey from here. It's huge. Beer in the glass, as you'd expect. Black as night, really nice shiny black beer. Nice kind of mid-brown head on it. So let's check out the aroma. Oh man. Massive whiskey notes in there. Oh yeah. That's the initial thing, but it really opens up, really develops to that, goodness me. Oh, it's got a leather note in there, it's got a real kind of like, it's the smell of whiskey and wood. There's that slight kind of like smell of decay in a sense. A lovely amount of brown sugar, vanilla. That first waft is always the whiskey. It's quite a spicy whiskey, quite a slightly peaty. Marzipan. Kind of Brazil nuts, chocolate covered Brazil nuts. There's an earthiness to it. Yeah, kind of like creme brulee. A very rich, sweet beer, but also it's really kind of like earthiness to it, which is clearly coming from the time it's spent in that whiskey barrel. So let's dive in. Cheers. Obviously there's chocolate and coffee in there, but you didn't need me to say that. Anyway, cheers. Oh, it smells great. Oh. Very good. Goodness me. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, initially that spicy, the whiskey in there is quite spicy. Big brown sugar notes, massive brown sugar. It's developing massively now. Caramel. There's a saltiness to it. There's a kind of, yeah, marzipan once again, almond, massive molasses, maybe a hint of peanut as well. And the whiskey is definitely very present. It's not burning heat though. It's got a lot of whiskey flavour. It's really nice. Maybe like a Highland Park or something like that. Chocolate, camp coffee, espresso, cinder toffee with really dark, high percentage kind of like dark chocolate. Wow, nicely carbonated, keeps it moving along. Bottom end of full mouthfeel, I'd say. It's probably that that barrels might have knocked a bit of the body out of it, not as velvety as the regular Cocoa Psycho. What we get these days. Black grapes, cola, raisin. So complex. So complex. Kind of leathery notes in there. Sweet on the lips as well, sweet citrus on the lips. As you get from some whiskies actually, you'll get a kind of, maybe a bit of kind of lemon peel. Sorry, orange peel. Definitely getting that on the lips. Wow. And the back end, definitely loads of whiskey. But I say it's quite a spicy whiskey. It's a maybe nutmeg, cinnamon, orange, coffee, cola, and then yeah, coffee and a hint of orange peel right at the end. A succulent beer, really, for a beer the size that it is. Really, I mean, something special, something really special. This wasn't a cheap beer, but by God does it deliver. Absolutely. That's stunning. I'm a big fan of their Paradox range. If you're going to talk about their BrewDog's big imperial stouts, this is right up there with them. I mean, I love the Paradox Grain, the Jura, and the Heaven Hill. But that's fantastic, and that's a bottle of BrewDog's Black Eyed King Imp, 11.8% ABV, with a date. If I'd have kept it, I could have kept this as 10 years. If you can see it on there, I could have kept this for 10 years. Imperial Stout, one of the early runs of their fantastic Imperial Stout Cocoa Psycho, which is based on, very loosely based on something like Speedway Stout, which is an absolute stonking beer. One of the early versions of that, stuck in a whiskey barrel, and tasting absolutely supreme. Good stuff. Anyway, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. See you next time. Cheers.